hope now audio is okay. मेरी आवाज़ सुन सकती है? If अगर आपके पास program, please let me know in chat message. Thank you. Let's get started. हम ईमानदारी से महामंदारा को हंसों के पूरा चक्र में अदानिया लोगों को सत्रम पुंडरीक सूत्र शाश्वत बुद्ध को प्रभु रत्न बुद्ध और सभी अतीत वर्तमान और भविष्य के बुद्धों के लिए 10 दिशाओं में समर्पित करते हैं। हम आगे खुद को पृथ्वी के 4 महाबोधिसत्व के लिए समर्पित करते हैं, जैसे विशिष्ट कारित्र बोधिसत्व, अनंत कारित्र बोधिसत्व, विशुद्ध कारित्र बोधिसत्व, सुप्रतिष्ठ कारित्र बोधिसत्व। बोधिसत्व के सभी बोधिसत्व मंजूश्री समंतभद्र मैत्रेय अवलोकितेश्वर शाक्यमुनि के महान शिष्य बुद्ध शारिपुत्र मुगार्न काश्यप आनंद महाश्रावका और धर्म के सभी सुरक्षणात्मक देवताओं के लिए भगवान शाक्यमुनि बुद्ध ने हम आगे मूल बुद्ध द्वारा भेजे गए महाबोधिसत्व निचिरेन शोनिन के लिए खुद को समर्पित करते हैं। हम आगे मूल शिष्य रेंगे आचार्य निचिजी शोनिन पहले विदेशी मिशनरी के लिए समर्पित करते हैं। सभी जीवों को वह पुण्य प्राप्त हो जो हमने सूत्र के पाठ से संचित किया है। हम आपको यह हार्दिक भक्ति प्रदान करते हैं। हम अपनी बुद्धि के प्रकाश से देखें और सूत्र का पाठ और नाम म्योहो रेंगे क्यों का जप करने की हमारी पेशकश को स्वीकार करें। नाम म्योहो रेंगे क्यों। 無常人人未妙の法は百千万号にも相立て祀ることかたし、我今検問し授受することを得たり、願わくは如来の第一義を下船、至極の大乗思議すべからず、検問即知皆菩提に近づく、能戦は方針、所詮は発心、色相の文字はすなわちこれ王人なり、無料の功徳皆この経に集まれり、このゆえに自在に妙に訓示密に訳す、内無知罪を滅し善を生ず、もしは真もしは法、共に仏道上善、三世の諸仏人人の妙伝なり、諸上世世ちぐし頂戴せ。Verses for opening the sutra, the most profound and wonderful teaching, is presented in this sutra. This sutra is difficult to meet even once in thousands and millions of eons. Now we have been able to see, hear, receive, and keep this sutra. may we understand the most excellent teaching of the Tathagata. The most excellent teaching of the great Bhikkhu is very difficult for us to understand. We shall be able to approach enlightenment when we see, hear, or touch this sutra. Expounding is the Buddha's wisdom. Expounded is the Buddha's truth. The letters composing this sutra are the Buddha's manifestation. Just as perfume is caught by something put nearby, so shall we be literally benefited by this sutra, even when we are not aware of being so benefited, because infinite merits are accumulated in this sutra. We can expiate our past transgression, do good deeds, and attain Buddhahood by the merits of this sutra. It doesn't matter whether we are wise or not, or whether we believe the sutra or surrender it. This sutra is the most wonderful and most excellent taught by the Buddha of the past, present, and future. May we meet and receive it, verse after verse, word after word. 妙法蓮華経法弁本第二二次世尊13枚安城に記号シャリホツ勝負知恵人人無量語知恵も難下難入一切消耗百死仏小風の地小医者が仏像信号百千万の無臭小仏人行小仏無料道法有名小人名小風門長寿人人未造右法随義小説一周難下シャリオツ五十成仏来集中因縁集中比喩公園言教無臭法弁インド修上料理小弱小医者が如来法弁知見原光海異偶則シャリオツ如来知見広大人の無料無下力無償意全上下脱三昧人入無才成就一切未造右法シャリオツ如来の集中分別行摂商法言知入な越下修士シャリオツ収容言子無料無変未造右法物質上重視シャリオツ不修仏摂商医者が仏性上重第一系右難下司法有物用物内の空自商法実相小医小法尿税総尿税小尿税大尿税力尿税差尿税陰尿税塩尿税下尿税大尿税本末空教徒小医小法尿税小尿税小尿税大尿税力尿税差尿税陰尿税塩尿税下尿税大尿税本末空教徒小医小法尿税小尿税小尿税大尿税力尿税差尿税陰尿税塩尿税下尿税大尿税本末空教徒小医小法尿税小尿税小尿税大尿税力尿税差尿税陰尿税塩尿税下尿税法尿税本末空教徒 The Sutra of the Lotus Flower of the Wonderful Dharma. Chapter 2, Expedient. Thereupon the word honest one emerged quietly from his samadhi and said to Shariputra, the wisdom of the present Buddha is profound and immutable. The gate to it is difficult to understand and difficult to enter. Their wisdom cannot be understood by any Shravaka or Pratyeka Buddha, because the present Buddha attained of many hundreds of thousands of variants of past Buddha and practiced the immutable teaching of those Buddha bravely and strengthfully to their far-flung fame until they attained the profound Dharma, which you have never heard before, and became Buddha, and also because, since they became Buddha, they have been expounding the Dharma according to the capacity of all living beings in such various ways that the true purpose of their various teaching is difficult to understand. Shariputra, since I became a Buddha, I also have been expounding various teaching with various stories of previous lives, with various parables, and with various similar. I have been reading all living beings with immutable expedient in order to save them from various attachment, because I have the power to employ expedient and the power to perform the paramita of insight. Shariputra, the insight of the Tathagata is wide and deep. The Tathagata have all the state of mind towards immutable living beings, unhindered eloquence, powers, fearlessness, dhyana, concentration, emancipation, and samadhi. They enter deep into boundlessness and attain the Dharma which you have never heard before. Saripatra, the Tathagata divides the Dharma into various teachings and expounds those teachings to all living beings so skillfully and with such gentle voices that living beings are delighted. Saripatra, in short, the Buddha attains the immutable teaching which you have never heard before. No more, Saripatra, will I say, because the Dharma attained by the Buddha is the highest truth, rare to hear and difficult to understand. Only the Buddha attains the highest truth. That is the reality of all things in regard to their appearance as such, their natures as such, their entity as such, their powers as such, their activity as such, their primary causes as such, their environmental causes as such, their effect as such, their reward and retribution as such, and their equality as such, despite these differences. Myoho Renge Kyojo Nyorai Juryo Hondai Juroku Jiga Tokubutsu Raisho Kyosho Koshu Muryo 100,000万北斎や葬儀上説法教系無臭奥修上領入応仏道に来無料行為道修上行方便言涅槃に実不滅道上重視説法が上重王子一生神通力量天道修上水根に不見主権が滅度航空用車利限界英連邦に小活合し修正期神仏七時期移入な一心欲見物風知釈神名字が牛修小空出量重戦が自公修上上在死不滅違法便力庫見不滅不滅用国修上空行信業者下部王妃注意説無情報尿等不問し単にが滅道が検証修上持在王空海交付異原子両合小活合因合心連邦内出異説法神通力尿税大阿葬儀庫調材料重戦牛用小重小修長健康寺大化小小寺が指導安穏天人上十万本林衝動各種重法小合法中多経過修上小有楽小天逆天空上者修義学ウーマンダーラ計算物牛大衆が浄土風紀二州検証地ウフ小空尿尿税出10万税総在修上医薬後因縁化阿葬儀庫風門三宝妙正風習空毒入は式直者即会見がし在死に説法枠地医師重説物重無料空内見物者医説物難地が地力尿税栄光小無料寿命無修航空集合聖徳尿等内者もっとし将棋登壇療養時仏語実布公尿医税法米維持王子公実在に言子無能石膏網が薬医成部空小空原者異暴部天道実在に公滅異条件が公に小教師司法一弱公欲打王悪道中が上地修道行道不行道随用消化道一切修情報毎地さぜねいが領修上特入無浄土即上十仏心 The Sutra of the Lotus Flower of the Wonderful Dharma Chapter 16 The Duration of the Life of the Tathagata It is many hundreds of thousands or billions of trillions of asankhya or kalpas since I became a Buddha. For the past innumerable kalpa, I have always been expounding the Dharma to many hundreds of millions of living beings in order to lead them into the way to Buddhahood. In order to save the perverted people, I experientially show my nirvana to them. In reality, I shall never pass away. I always live here and expound the Dharma. Although I always live here with the perverted people, I disappear from their eyes by my supernatural powers. When they see me, seemingly pass away, and make offering to my sharira, and adore me, admire me, and become devout, upright, and gentle, and wish to see me, with all their hurt at the cost of their lives. I reappear on Mount Secret Eagle with my Sangha and say to them, I always live here. I shall never be extinct. I show my extinction to you expediently, although I never pass away. I also expound the unsurpassed Dharma to the living beings of the other world, if they respect me, believe me, and wish to see me. You have never heard this. Therefore, you thought that I pass away. I see the perverted people thinking in an ocean. Therefore, I disappear from their eyes and cause them to admire me. When they adore me, I appear and expound the Dharma to them. I can do all this by my supernatural powers. I live on Mount Secret Eagle and also in the other abode for Asankhya Kalpa. The perverted people think this world is in a great fire. The end of the Kalpa of destruction is coming. In reality, this world of mine is peaceful. It is filled with gods and men. The garden, forest, and stately building are adorned with various treasures. The jewel trees have many flowers and fruits. The living beings are enjoying themselves, and the gods are beating bravely heavenly drums, making various kinds of music, and raining mandala flowers on the great multitude and me. This pure word of mine is indestructible, but the perverted people think it is full of sorrow, fear, and other suffering. It will soon burn away. Because of their evil karma, these sinful people will not be able to hear even the names of the three treasures during a Sankhya Kalpa. To those who have accumulated merit and who are gentle and upright, and who see me living here, expounding the Dharma, I say the duration of my life is immutable. To those who see me after a long time, I say it is difficult to see a Buddha. I can do all this by the power of my wisdom. The light of my wisdom knows no bound. The duration of my life is immutable, Kalpa. I obtained this longevity by age of practice. All of you wise men have no doubts about this. Remove your doubts, have no more. My words are true, not false. The physician who sent a man expediently to tell his perverted son of the death of their father in order to cure them was not accused of falsehood, although he was still alive. In the same manner, I am the father of the world. I am saving all living beings from suffering because they are perverted. I say that I shall pass away, although I shall not. If they always see me, they will become arrogant and licentious and cling to the five desires so much that they will fall into the evil region. I know who is practicing the way and who is not. Therefore, I expound in various teaching to all living beings according to their capacity. I am always thinking, how shall I cause all living beings to enter into the unsurpassed way and quickly become Buddhas? 妙法蓮華経如来人力本第21小仏聖者十王大臣中異越衆上皇現無量人力絶相新本天新法無修行異具仏道者見士慶宇治小仏教会小牛丹寺師小宗門実報国自戒六修道異仏滅道後の自税教皇小仏会館義現無量人力属類税教皇三味従事者法無量公中有功不能自税認識空読無変無具両実報航空不可得偏在の自税教者即位意見が薬見他法仏儀証奮陳者右見が今日教慶消防殺の自税教者両が牛奮寺滅道他法仏一切会館義実報現在仏病化公未来薬系薬用薬用特官義小仏座道場聖徳費用法の自税教者福薬道徳の自税教者王将法師義名字具根治行説無具自尿不王空中一切無償下王如来滅後地部小説教因縁具師大随義尿実説尿西学校も農場所有病死人行政権の滅衆上案 教無料暴卒筆教11条税項うち者門司空独利王が滅道後王十字司教税人の仏道欠如無義。The Sutra of the Lotus Flower of the Wonderful Dharma, Chapter 21, The Supernatural Powers of the Tathagata. The Buddhas the world bearer have great supernatural powers. They display their immutable supernatural powers in order to cause all living beings to rejoice. The tip of their tongues reads the heavenly of Brahman. Immutable rays of light are emitted from their bodies. For those who are seeking the enlightenment of the Buddha do these things, rely to be seen. The sound of coaching of the Buddha and the sound of their fingers snapping reverberate over the world of the 10 quarters, and the ground of those worlds quakes in the sixth way. The Buddha joyfully displayed their immutable supernatural powers because the Bodhisattva from underground vowed to keep this sutra after my extinction. Even if I praise for immutable Kalpa, the keeper of this sutra, to whom it is to be transmitted, I can't place him highly enough. His merits are as limitless, as infinite, as boundless, as the skies of the world of the 10 quarters. Anyone who kept the sutra will be able to see me. He also will be able to see many treasures, Buddha, the Buddha of my reliquor, and the Bodhisattva whom I have taught today. Anyone who kept the sutra will be able to cause me to rejoice. He also will be able to bring joy to the Buddha of my reliquor and also to many treasures Buddha who once passed away. He also will be able to see the present, past, and future Buddha of the world of the 10 quarters, make offering to them and cause them to rejoice. The Buddha sat at the place of the enlightenment and obtained the hidden core. Anyone who kept the sutra will be able to obtain the same before long. Anyone who kept the sutra will be able to expound the meaning of the teaching and the name of the word of the sutra. Their eloquence will be as boundless and as hindered as in the wind in the sky. Anyone who understands why the Buddha expound many sutras, who knows the position of the sutra in the series of sutra, and who expound it after meditation according to its true meaning, will be able to eliminate its darkness of the living beings of the world where he walks about, just as the light of the sun and the moon eliminate all darkness. He will be able to cause immutable Bodhisattva to dwell finally in the one beaker. Therefore, the man of wisdom who hears the benefit of this merit and who kept the sutra after my extinction will be able to attain the enlightenment of the Buddha definitely and doubtlessly. Myoho Renge Kyo Dharani Hondai 26 Anima Nima Ne Mama Ne Shire Sharite Shamya Shabi Tai Sente Mokte Mokta Vishabi Ai Shabi Sobi Shabi Sae Asae Agni Sente Shabi Dharani Aroka Vasha Shabi Shabi Nevite Abentara Nevite Atanda Hare Shuda Ukure Mukure Arare Harare Sugashya Samba Sambi Pottabi Kirijite Dharma Harishite Sogane Kushane Basha Basha Shutai Mantra Mantra Shayata Urota Kyoshara Shara Shayataya Abaro Amanyana Taya Zare Makazare Uki Moki Are Arahate Nerete Hate Ichini Shichini Nerechi achi ari nari tonari anaro nabi kunabi akane kuri kendari sendari matogi joguri buroshani achi idebi debi roke take toke mushobonin Myoho Renge Kyo Saijo Yoku Daiji Daihi Jomu Kege Goku Zenji Riyaku Issai Nyorai Himitsu Jinzu Shiriki Wakuji Koshi 枠自他死重修上欲修重説法人道人間獲得上一後継大風財宝無料根根珍宝走行用一死に大年慶徳安穏大偉人力多少尿薬天正同時異休時登場風化毒脳外税功労薬根類在死妙蓮法薬全人宗病理一切空一切病痛特門死教六根症状陣痛立候増薬寿命解大肝義変満合死再損再造眷属医療特大陣痛浸水公毛非行自在小眼仏行薬王減税特合福王十門功労閣内尿海十万仏名門実法公尿薬修上王空脳死薬脳イーサー英語空一切空独自現自修上副中海無料税公王朝来年非教力修音失態三今世大乗如来一切小雨死法自在人力費用思想人事死地脈真珠真寺王号尿安徳と脳波一切風前死安波小魔族栄小寺宮下風脳総水風脳表領徳安の理小水源無部小芸公子大年回数断年即特芸脱長や集合合徳最小尿脚見薬解体上門料理儀形上部合子死大老薬尿等下部即上空の無部集権大特許仏性合年異税空読一心合唱空行空用異営修上皇元無料人力無空小上皇日夜昭安能ビク財風化風明創世家非大海来神事異名大運深海大官議会上安能総異大地非力の空政権空空速陣痛力少量病死空以前資料滅断症法中悪が市場弱形安住実地中ワクチン温属尿核出頭化が医師さ英語の空語一切がシード安能天人上十万が中空オンライ中夜上昇時が仙台上共同脱空修上昆布天才名無常大法理税法重法医政権症状重東小大心力合唱空行士全人士空毒無変無右偶症状士下法不全政権法要連芸在数無部将棋枠尿風王空中一切無証言本仏徳斎上安能無老法税公原形種法規妙斎上尊妙法蓮華教上本大地妙法蓮華教上本大地妙法蓮華教上本大地三下門我生を消しよりこの方仏道を知らぬがゆえに作るところの在語甚だをし例えば異なって親を悲しめあるいは学童となって死を軽んじあるいは夫となりて妻を虐げあるいは妻となりて夫を酷使あるいは姑となって嫁を憎みあるいは嫁となって姑に逆らいあるいは兄弟姉妹で奪い合いあるいは恩をあだにして返しあるいは他人の不利を図りあるいは約束を守らずあるいは悪口に毎じた嘘へつらいを持ちあるいは邪淫を行いあるいは乱暴を働きあるいは殺生しあるいは盗みをなしあるいは強情にしてたとわせずあるいは冷酷にして他を愛せずあるいは傲慢にして他をないがしろにしあるいは執念深くして他を恨みあるいは非道にして他を苦しめあるいは強欲にして物を惜しむなど格のごとき罪を集めて自らの骨となす肉となす故に悪しき報いを免れ幸いなる方我今仏の御前においてひざまずき深く懺悔し滅罪の念を起こすことを得たり仰ぎ願わくばこの善行をもって我ら作るところの在業をことごとく滅除し転じて心は安穏に身体健全にして衝動を歩みたまえ南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経 ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経ナム妙法蓮華経四教難事脈残事者加速歓喜諸仏薬年如是死輪諸仏昇誕世俗有名世俗精進世名字開業図打者即位失徳無常仏道の往来世独自死教世心仏師従順全知仏滅道後の下合義で昇天に世間資源奥異性の周遊説一切天に海奥よहम ईमानदारी से महामंदारा गोहनसों के पूर्ण चक्र में आदरणीय लोगों को लोटस सूत्र और उदामक का पाठ करने के सभी गुणों को सम्मान पूर्वक समर्पित करते हैं महापरोपकाशी शिक्षण शाक्य मुनि शाश्वत बुद्ध को प्रबुद्ध रत्न बुद्ध धर्म के सभी सुरक्षात्मक देवताओं के लिए भगवान शाक्य मुनि बुद्ध ने बोधि वृक्ष बोधगाया के नीचे ज्ञान प्राप्त किए और तब से उन्होंने विभिन्न तरीकों से विभिन्न शिक्षाओं का प्रचार किया ताकि सभी जीवित लोगों को इस सांसारिक क्षेत्र से मुक्त होने में मदद मिल सके और अंत में लोटस सूत्र का प्रचार किया जो लगभग 2600 साल पहले पवित्र भूमि गिद्ध चौथी लाजगील भारत में सर्वोच्च शिक्षाओं का प्रचार करता था पुण्य सभी जीवित प्राणियों में फैल सकता है ताकि सभी जीवित प्राणी एक साथ ज्ञान प्राप्त कर सके दुनिया शांतिपूर्ण हो और सद्भाव में लहा सके और सभी कष्टों से मुक्त हो सके सभी संवेदनशील प्राणी स्वस्थ और खुश रहे नाम म्यो हो रेंगे क्यों हो शिजो मुहें से कांदो दोनो मुशु से कांदा हो मोन मुजिन से कांची仏道無常誓願上南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経有意願書小衆欠長所知が格問ず Thank you very much. Let's continue chanting for inner peace of all living beings. सभी जीवित प्राणियों के आंतरिक शांति के लिए नामयों होलेंगे क्यों का जप जारी रखें. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. And 2025, today is the last of the day, end of December, and I very appreciate all the participants to joining with us and give me the chat message, encouragement, and I'm very happy. And of course, evening chanting is also going, Indian time 5 p.m. 5 बजे शाम को मिलेंगे. Thank you, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.